Okay. Hi. So today's class is actions in Selenium, how we can perform the actions in Selenium. So we are from BDITDomain. So we are IT service providers, and this particular course is all about learning the testing. So today we are in a class like to understand the actions, how we can able to perform different kinds of mouse and keyboard actions by using Selenium. So generally the actions are nothing but we have like we can by using mouse we can double click, right click, we can drag and drop, we can do multiple kind of this kind of options. So to perform that we have certain methods from actions class which is coming from Selenium. So for example, if you see in the mouse actions like double click, click on hold, drag and drop, move to element means just hover over the element, and context click. Context click means like right click. Likewise, we have a keyboard actions also like send keys, key up, press key release, and key down and all. So we are going to see today how to do all these kind of actions. So as I said, we have a multiple actions. Double click will generally double click the element. So if we have any web element, so in that web element, we are trying to double click on that. So we can use double click as a method. Likewise, if you want to click and hold certain element, so we can use click and hold. And drag and drop means, so generally, for example, I want to drag this element and drop it here. So this is the source and this is the destination. So like this, we will be doing in the web applications also. So this is nothing but a drag and drop. And move to element is a mouse over or hover over, like shifting the mouse pointer to the certain element. And context click is nothing but a right click. Send keys is where we want to send some value inside. So any kind of like we use a send keys generally after inspecting the element, but this is different. Like by using an actions class also we can do the send case, like we can send some value inside the text boxes. And key up means performs key release. It means that sometimes you want to hold up the key and you want to release it, so that time we use key up. And key down is will perform the key press without a release. So these are the different actions. So let us try few things today. Creating a class. Selenium. Creating a method inside. So usually whatever we do, these 4 lines is common. I'm pasting it, but I have to change the URL because in IRCTC application itself, we are trying to perform these actions, but drag and drop, we do it separately because we don't have an option here. For example, I'm mouse overing on the train so that, this particular a list of sub list will be sub modules will be open. And if I double click on the more, so everything is getting selected. And if I right click on anywhere, like for example buses, the inspect, like this kind of like what I can say, a tab should be open. So these 3 actions we are trying to perform right now. For that, first we have to do that, first we have to create an object for actions class, and we will be passing the driver inside the actions class. And by using this actions class, we can able to like move to element, like whatever the methods we have seen, like as I said, whatever the methods, all these methods we can able to perform. So actions act equal to new actions So driver should be passed here. And now by using a act dot, so we have many methods which are coming from the actions class. You can see build, click and hold, with the target element and context click on all that. So right now, first thing what I have to do before we are doing this action, first we need a web elements also. So what are the web elements we are trying to do these actions? First thing is a trains. So I'm inspecting the trains and I'm writing the XPath for this / strong open text of equal to single quote or a double quotation. We can use anything. I'm just copying this. Driver dot find element by dot XPath. I'm providing the XPath value here. And I'm storing this into web element because find element is returning a web element. And this is trains, right? So trains I'm storing, importing the web element. Control save. Now we have a trains. So act dot. Now in which web element I want to perform the mouse over. So I want to perform this mouse over on trains web element. So move to element. The target is trains. So every time we have to build dot perform is mandatory to perform the action. Control save, and I'm giving driver dot close. Let us see whether this is happening or not. Giving some time to see whether this hover over is working fine or not. At the date, just importing the test engine. So I'm trying to mouse over on trains. So that should happen now. So I did not, okay. It is failed. Why it is failed? Let me check. No such element exception. Okay. It is saying there is no element. Let me check out. This application looks a little slow. So it is happening mouse over and it should close. Yeah, so that the test case is passed. So we are able to do move to element. Likewise, let us do some other thing also. So for that, first we have to capture the locator reference. So for example, I want to right click on buses. So for that, I need to first write the locator. The tag is A, being this. A1. I'm storing the web element. Instead of trains, buses. Likewise, for more also, just do the same because we're trying to double click on more. So now I stored all the references by using the same object like actions class object dot. Now I'm trying to perform context click. Context click is nothing but a right click. And then I'm also performing a double click. So context click in which element we were trying to do in the buses. So I have to provide the web element also. And then double click. Double click on which element? It is more. On more we want to perform. Double click. Build dot perform. So we're not supposed to give the thread dot slip, but we want to see whether that has happened or not. So that's the reason I'm giving. So on the trains, we are mouse overing, and on buses, we are doing right click, and on more, we are double click. We are doing a double click. So on trains right now, you can see it is happening the mouse over. That's the reason the submodules under the train module is able to see. I think it is taking more time. That's why it is failing. I'm giving more time here. And this application is having some problem. So during this time, it will be little slower. That's the reason it is not working. Yeah, it is still having an issue. Let me try one more time and see. I think I can show this execution tomorrow, but we can try the same thing on Facebook also. So we can perform on first name, right click. And there is any mouse over here. So let us see on learn more, we can do a mouse over. So just like this and double click on date. And then right click on first name. I think mostly we will be having a name. I'm taking a name only. This also has to be changed because we are performing this automation in Facebook application. Let's see. Yeah, mouse over is happened. Yeah, right click also happened. So our test cases, even double click also happened. So our test case is passed. So this is how we do a automation for the actions, like how we will be performing the actions. And we do have something called a drag and drop. So for the drag and drop, we use this particular site. You can try the drag and drop. Generally how it happens. See, after we create an actions class, we will be using the object of actions class. First, we have a direct method called drag and drop. So here, if you see, we have direct method called drag and drop. You can give a source element and the destination element. For example, this is the source element and this is the destination element. So from here, you can drag and you can drop it here. So there is a step-by-step process also, like click and hold. So you have to click and hold the web element, which is a source, click and hold, and move to the destination and release. Like, we will be providing the source here and then move to the destination. For example, I'm giving some web thing. So move to element again. We have to give the destination element, then release to the destination, then build dot perform. So this is how we can do the drag and drop step by step. Here is the source and destination, and this is the again destination. So I just, for example, I gave because it was throwing an error and not other methods are not coming. That's why I gave everything as a date. But this is the source and this is the destination. First, you have to click and hold on the source element, then move to the destination element and release on the destination element. So this is how we will perform the drag and drop. So this is all about like how we are performing the actions in Selenium. Those are like mouse and keyboard. Like the same thing you can use like act.send keys also, and act.key up and key release. So these are the different kinds of actions we can able to perform. Thank you.